I'm in the mood to talk to you, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm talking to you about Snowball planets. Oh, I wish I could edit this for you, but my hackers are super jelly whenever I make edited videos, so I'm still having problems with my editing program. Hopefully, they'll one day calm down. I am kicking it and chilling over at space.com, talking to y'all about Snowball planets might be better abodes for life than we thought. And for all people out there who want to eventually get into editing hardcore, I do highly recommend Adobe's Premiere. I love it a lot. Sorry for that awkward pause. Snowball planets might be better abodes for life than we thought. And this is brought to us by the wonderful people at space.com, and specifically Mike Paul Wall. 4 days ago, Science and Astronomy. This is a special shout out to all the human beings out there. I love you. You guys are special, and I'm glad you're a part of my Earth family. Frozen worlds could still have patches of habitable land. Well, holy crap, they apparently have a major ice age on their hands. Let's find out more about this artist's impression of a giant snowball planet. Frozen alien worlds might be capable of supporting a great diversity and complexity of life. Previously thought, a new study suggests. Now I'd like to remind y'all, at THORnews, I've been covering this stuff for about 7 years. And I've always said that we can barely even get off the beach of planet Earth and into outer space, the moon, and things beyond. So we don't really have a good idea of what type of life forms on other planets and the conditions that they form under. And that Mother Nature and God, the divine architect, are more creative in ways than we can ever imagine. The human brain is spectacular only compared to the other brains of the animals. And that's still questionable when you see the enjoyment of maximum life factor. I was talking about, I don't even remember. Oh yeah. So outer space and the universe and the galaxy and planets we have not yet been to, they have maximum ability to create life under whatever conditions the life is in. To quote Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park, life finds a way. Okay. Researchers already knew that life can persist on frigid snowball planets. Wait, what? How do you already know that? Man, are you telling us that you are watching life on other planets from the telescopes we have up there in our secret space program? That's bold, Mike. Which sport sea ice? Man, sport sea ice sounds A, like a drink, B, like a sports game. Like, hey, let's go play sea ice. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I better wear my mittens, and they should probably be waterproof. Sport sea ice all the way down to their equators. It's kind of like the belly of the planet. After all, this happened on Earth, which has gone through several snowball phases during its long history. I've heard rumors of rumors that we're going through one now. Although, if you step outside in Texas, the air is really hot and dry for a summer night. Even for a summer night, man. Texas nights, like some nights, we've had super humid summers. This summer's super dry and dusty. That's probably why romance around the world is so musty. But all of our life was in our oceans at that time. Study lead author Adiv Paradise, an astronomer and physicist at the University of Toronto. He said it in a statement. Stars' habitable zones can be weird. I'm going to play the video. See what happens. Stars' habitable zones can be weird. Around stars can be weird. Animation Tool explains how. Thanks, Animation Tool. Courtesy of ESPN. The habitable zone of a star refers to the region around a star, the Goldilocks zone. Proxima b, that's one of the closest stars to our system. And Earth's solar system, the habitable zone is stable. Stability is hard to find right now because all the gas giants are on the same side of our solar system. And so things are out of balance. And when things are out of balance, they get a little unstable. The habitable zone calculator is a modeling program that demonstrates how the habitable zones can evolve into multiple star systems. Whew. The dark green is the area of the habitable zone. Oh, wow. See, notice how they're all bouncing and the gas giants are bouncing. Everything's bouncing. Imagine how the gas giants would be bouncing if they're all on the same side doing that shit. So there's some bounce to the ounce. There is some motion in the galactic solar system ocean. The program was developed by physicist Toby Mueller and Nadir. How to find a black hole. There are jokes there that I don't dare go. Okay, so this was a neat THORnews. I'm big on the planetary orbital momentum thing. Whoa, we're headed towards a black hole, but it's very colorful. I'm getting out of there. Take me to the light. The new study addresses the knowledge gap. Oh, it's big. Paradise and his colleagues performed thousands of 3D computer simulations, modeling the climates of theoretical snowball planets with a wide variety of contingent configurations, stellar energy inputs, and carbon dioxide levels. Man, I read that sentence poorly, and it seems to be off-centered here. Give me a second. Just had wild OCD kick right in, and I screwed up my own video. Is there a chance you're going to forgive me? I make mistakes, you know. I try not to. CO2 is particularly important variable for modelers. Since the concentration of heat-trapping gas is one of the biggest climate drivers on a planet, other than its home star, I think we can all agree that the star affects the planets in the greatest of ways. We're seeing that on Earth today, where temperatures are rising at an alarming rate due to multiple reasons, one of them being volcanoes. And sure, I'm sure the gases are adding to it, but the climate is really complex, man. It's interwoven within itself because we're pumping out huge amounts of CO2 into the atmosphere. When there's not enough CO2 in the air, on the other hand, a planet can go snowball. All right. And Snowball, the wicked bass player, if you're out there listening, I miss you. You're a cool dude and an amazing bass player. DYP, forever. Rainfall and erosion can make this happen, geologists think. Water reacts with CO2, generating carbonic acid, which then reacts with rocks and gets bound up in minerals. These minerals eventually make their way to the ocean when they're locked up on the seafloor. Maybe astrology's bullshit because Mercury has gone direct and I can't talk very well at all and I ain't had nothing to drink. I sure as heck ain't high. Habitable zones, stable climates. And honestly, this is the editorial part of the article where I tell you my personal belief. I think there's life on Titan, the moon of Saturn. There might even be life on Saturn. There might even be life on Jupiter. There might even be life on Jupiter's moon, Io. There might even be life on Venus. Like, there might even be life on the moon. Things are weird. And I'm not one of those people who thinks the government and top-notch astronomers with the access to the best equipment always tell us everything. And so, you know, and I technically have a theory that it feels like Martians have been trying to control our planet. I mean, it's like when a NASA probe got to Mars, and then like a few months later, JFK was dead, and then we dismantled our space program and just showed everybody pictures of Martian dirt for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. And then humans starting hating humans, and then all our resources getting taken off world. It's crazy. So yeah, it's like we're being led by a really mean Martian radio that tells people how to build iPhones ahead of time. Back in the 1999 or whatever. Habitable zone, stable climates, and which astronaut was it? Was like, oh my gosh, there's a moon. There's a monolith from 2001 on Mars's moon. And what are Mars's moons called? Phobos and Deimos, which means fear and terror. Hey, guess what? Terror was like the code word of 1999 till now. You know? So it's like Mars. Like Mars has invaded Earth in spirit. Habitable zones. What about the joy zone? Take me to the joy zone. So stable climate temperatures, limited cycles, snowball state. It seems like a gross oversimplification of the billions of planets out there, especially with the limited knowledge we have. This graph shows the relationship between carbon dioxide produced by volcanic activity and carbon dioxide removed from the snowball. And erosion from temperate and snowball climates. Planets become stuck in a snowball state when volcanic activity and weathering rates balance each other out. Boom. What? Well, we're not there yet. But this process doesn't necessarily exclude the possibility of terrestrial life. No shit, Sherlock. The researchers found some of their modeled snowball worlds featured patches of potentially habitable land, specifically inland areas near the equator, which in some cases supported temperatures above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius. And so, another thing, I think I'm going to pump out a bunch of videos the next 2 days. When I say that, then I get hacked. But what I'm trying to say is, even these one-takers, because over the last month I've realized there are some really smart, strong, intelligent, I'm pretty sure funny, talented, really beautiful women who watch my channel. And so, it makes me happy imagining that they're out there listening to this right now. And sometimes I can put a smile on their face. Heck, one of the most beautiful women in the world referred to me as really funny sometimes. Often. Okay. So, yeah. This isn't your cup of tea, then don't drink me. Should have had me completely vetted by now, though. You have these planets that traditionally you might consider not habitable. And this suggests that maybe they can't be P. Paradise said. And I had some letters. The team's work offers insights about snowball worlds and planetary habitability as well. Habitability. Habitability. I got habitating abilities, ladies. I can habitate. Can I cohabitate? Well, I guess that's up to you. As well, for example, volcanic eruptions can jolt a planet out of its snowball state. Oh, my golly. By blasting lots of CO2 and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. So yeah, volcanoes apparently have big giant effects on planets that are not Earth. Another big running theme at THORnews. Like, you don't see the people in the media talking about volcanoes a lot, even though they're going off everywhere. You don't hear all these scientists talking about it. Politicians never freaking mention volcanoes. The media, mass media, they rarely. I think Bloomberg had a tweet about the Popocatépetl volcano a week ago, and I was like, wow, that's the first time I saw anyone in the major media outside of Weather Channels mention it. Yeah, volcanoes are like a big secret, I guess, because it's harder to tax them. Volcano tax, you people, and you're going to work every day to pay your taxes, caused the freaking volcanoes. So give me some money, and we'll fix it, or whatever. But this doesn't always happen. A new study suggests the researchers' simulations found that the erosion can balance out volcanoes' CO2 production. Well, there you go. Like I said, Mother Nature is like we're living inside a living creature, which is Earth. Earth is alive. Earth has feelings. Earth loves you. Earth wants you to be happy. Earth wants us to work together in unity and balance with Mother Nature, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the land, and the animals. We're getting there slowly but surely. Because Astro Fight Club is badass, in my opinion. So the distinction between worlds that can and can't support life as we know it probably isn't clear as researchers had thought. Boom! Scoring more points. But you guys are tired of hearing me talk about scoring points all the time. You know it. What we find is, actually, the line is a bit fuzzy. That's what she said. Paradise said, boom, boom. I just like quantum entangled that square. The new study was published July 18th in the Journal of Geophysical Research. I like the Christmas show where the Rudolph the reindeer with the Snowball guy. That guy was cool. All right, so I love y'all. Y'all are great. And Snowball planets, volcanoes, they're a big deal. Asterisk. Everybody stay cool. God bless you. And y'all, all your family. You're all my Earth family. Thank you for Asteroid Fight Club for being so amazing and inspiring. And keep me alive and keep me up and running. And being so beautiful inside and out. And let us live long and prosper together. May the force be with you always. Talk to y'all soon.